Welcome. I'm so glad you chose to join me today. This session is called The Clear Path to Confident Living. Reset, refocus, and rise with clarity. My promise to you is simple. During our time together, you will discover how to quiet the noise that keeps you stuck, how to get a taste of real clarity about what matters most right now, and how to begin creating a life that feels steady, peaceful, and full of possibility. Today is not about me giving you a lecture. It's about you slowing down, breathing, reflecting, and walking away with something real, something you can put into practice immediately. Before we begin, let me share a short part of my own journey with you. There was a time in my life when everything felt heavy and confusing. I had decisions to make, but no matter which way I turned, I couldn't see clearly. It felt like my mind was full of static, with so many competing thoughts and worries that I didn't know where to begin. And here's the truth. I thought the solution was to do more, to push harder, and to figure it all out in my own head. But that only made things worse. What finally shifted everything was learning how to pause long enough to see clearly. Clarity was the turning point. Once I had clarity, the path forward became simple, even if it wasn't always easy. That experience led me to create the framework I'll share with you today. And it's also why I created the Clarity Starter Kit, because I know how powerful it is when you stop spinning and finally see what's in front of you. Naming the problem. Let's be honest. Many of us live in a constant noise. We juggle decisions, compare ourselves to others, and carry around endless what ifs. That confusion is expensive. It costs us time. It drains our energy. It steals opportunities, and it robs us of our peace. When we don't have clarity, we stall. We hesitate. We question ourselves. And we keep repeating the same cycle, hoping that somehow things will just sort themselves out. But what actually changes everything is clarity. When you see clearly, your next step becomes obvious. And when you know your next step, confidence follows naturally. This is where my system, the clear path to confident living, comes in. There are three parts to it. One, quiet strength, learning how to ground yourself and rise above the noise. Two, clear path, learning how to cut through the confusion and see what truly matters. And then three, confident life, learning how to move forward with aligned actions, with peace, and with purpose. The Clarity Starter Kit that you received in this very first step in this journey, it's a practical, hands-on way to step out of the noise and into clarity. Guided practice, the Clarity Circle. Let's experience it together. If you have the kit, open, turn to the Clarity Circle exercise. If you don't, just grab a sheet of paper, draw a circle in the middle of the page, and around that circle, I'd like you to draw 4 lines that looks like points of a compass. Now, in the center of the circle, write the word clarity. Here's how this works. On each line, we're going to explore a different question. I invite you to write down whatever comes up. There's no need to filter, no need to make it sound polished. Just let your thoughts land on the page. The first question is this: what is weighing on you right now? Take a breath. Think about it. What feels heavy? What's been sitting in the back of your mind, pulling at your energy? Go ahead and write it down. Don't judge it. Just put it down on the paper. Now, let's move to the second line. The question, what are you avoiding? Sometimes the things we avoid are small tasks. Sometimes they're big decisions. Either way, avoidance creates clutter. Be honest with yourself here. What is one thing that you've been putting off? Go ahead and write that down. On the third line, I'd like you to write your response to this. What feels most important, even if it's uncomfortable? So often, we know deep down what matters, but we push it aside because it feels hard or because we're afraid of what it would require of us. What is calling for your attention? What deserves your energy right now? Go ahead and write it down. We'll wait. And the final question is this: what would life look like if you had full clarity about your next step? Close your eyes for a moment if you want. Imagine waking up tomorrow with no fog, no confusion, no second guessing yourself. Imagine feeling calm, steady, and sure. What would shift for you? How would your days feel different? Capture whatever comes up for you in the final line. We'll wait. Now, take a moment and look back at what you've written. This is your clarity circle. Notice the themes. Notice the truths that came up when you gave yourself the space to pause and reflect. This exercise is powerful because it reminds us that clarity is already written for us. We just have to slow down enough to see it. I'd like to invite you to go deeper now. What we just did together is only the beginning. This one practice may have already brought you insight, but imagine what could happen if you had weeks of tools, of guidance, of accountability, all building on this. That's why I created my program called Reset and Rise. It's a 6-week experience where we walk step by step through the clear path to confident living. Together, we go far deeper than one circle on a page. We uncover what's holding you back. We release the noise and we build habits and practices that keep you aligned and focused. If you've been longing for clarity and confidence in your next steps, Reset and Rise is the place for you. To continue your journey, you have 2 options. You can join the Reset and Rise class and experience this work in a community with others who are walking the same path as you. Or, if you want a personalized approach, you can work with me one-on-one. In that space, we tailor everything to your specific challenges and goals. Both paths begin with the Clarity Kit, and both give you the accountability to not just reflect, but to actually rise into the life that you want. Before we wrap up, I want you to pause, check in with yourself. What is the one thing you're taking away from this practice today? Write it down now, even if it's just a single word. The word might be the first step in your clear path. Thank you for being here and giving yourself this space. You've already shown that you're serious about creating change, and I want to honor that. Remember, clarity is the foundation for confidence, and confidence is what allows you to create the life you truly want. I hope to see you inside Reset and Rise, where we can walk this path together.